Okay, we're back, and we're getting really close to the end now. There's less than 5 of these to go, I'd say. So we're outside the fort now, checking in with the rest of the characters, and Mina's squad is right in the thick of it. And they're going to have a rematch with Tor and Evander, who they fought during the siege of the base. And this is just chaos. I mean, if you look at this map, all these sprites fighting each other and spread out on the corpses and stuff. I mean, it's a lot of work, but it comes out looking pretty good, I would say. Now this fight is pretty difficult, just because mostly because you don't have Seth, so you have this, kind of diminished version of their team. There's only 3 of them, and you only can control 2, because Zala is controlled by the computer. So the odds are definitely against you here. But on the other hand, within the party, you have all the weaknesses of the guys you're fighting. The fire stuff hurts Tor because he's ice, and the wind stuff hurts Evander because he's rocks. I mean earth. Your element is rocks. He's earth, but of course that cuts both ways. I mean, because the earth stuff is going to be especially hard on Mina, and the ice moves will be rough for Zala. So it's just a lot of damage going all around. So got things off to a decent start here, mostly because I had Alco use the disempower move, the same one that Volrath was using on me in the secret fight, and that was one of his endgame moves. I mean, there really aren't too many opportunities to level up this group, because they're sort of intermittent in terms of when they're in your party and they're not. So I think most people would have that move by now, but you might not unless you kind of fought a few extra battles. Alright, but so far this looks like we've got some good momentum, and that may be in part because these 2 are acting like idiots and they keep casting their barrier spells even when the barrier is already active, which means that the spell just fails and it wastes their turn. But gotta keep track of magic points here. We're using a lot of high-level spells, and here we go. See which one goes on first. And also these fights, because there's another one coming up on the battlefield, it's a good chance to use some items. You've been collecting a lot of orbs during this game, and it's a good time to use them if you're fighting a series of bosses that have a wide variety of elemental weaknesses. So far so good. I'd say Evander's probably hurt a little more. But we're running into a problem with these magic points, that's for sure. Going through them real quick. And now these 2 characters, it's interesting what happens after this fight. I mean, I don't want to spoil it, but they're kind of treated with some humanity, I think, which you'll see once we're done here. Kind of anxious to get through it so we can talk about the scene, but these endgame fights, they just go on for a while. Being at the highest level is not helping me, especially it certainly doesn't help with the status effects, which these 2 are starting to make pretty good use of. Friggin' boulder, and they really roughed me up. Alco's been casting Savior almost every turn to keep up with the damage that we're taking. So really, I'm attacking with Mina and hoping that Zala attacks with good skills. Okay, there goes Evander. Alright, so Tor should be going down for Tor himself, and that'll be it for them. Yeah, fire orb. Let's throw one of those out. And what else we got here? Just filler magic. What we got here? Come on. And I guess you can start using physical attacks and stuff. The wind magic is pretty neutral, and probably isn't worth paying the big magic point cost unless it's, going to be extra effective. Come on. Come on, Tor. Go down. There we go. Goodbye, sir. Alright, so now this is an interesting scene because you kind of expect that, you know, now they're going to get finished off by this group, but things turn a little different. They have a pretty long conversation here where they're starting to realize, you know, not only, you know, their army's probably going to lose the battle, but Gallia is probably on its way out. You know, change is coming, and you know, there might not be, like Evander says, it might be inevitable. And this is kind of an important moment for Evander, more important in retrospect after Master of the Wind, because he had a role in the backstory, a brief one, but he showed up in you know, some flashbacks and whatnot, and he was definitely a changed man. I mean, it's kind of like night and day. You know, in this game, he was just, you know, sort of this officer, a little bloodthirsty, you know, impulsive. But by the time you get to him in Master of the Wind, he's much older. He's, you know, he's looking for something different. He's looking for family and peace and what have you. And as for Tor, he doesn't particularly have any, you know, scene of note in Master of the Wind, except as a sitting counselor, you know, for the new government in Gallia. But in Legacy, he's going to be important because the protagonist that I have, one of them, Bradley, is his great nephew. So there'll be, you know, his family history will play a role in that. And for now, we switched over to the sort of the rebellion leadership, and they're where they are. And oh, there's Mahi using an illusion. And then they're freaking out, and then they get fried by a dragon in the meantime. And Sarnath has sort of staked out those steps to prevent anybody from going inside and following Arius' group. Wow, yeah, 3 dragons are on Lysander now, and all they're doing is slowing him down. That's pretty hardcore. So now we're going to move over to the Sani group with Ivory, Shariqra, and Britsis. Let's check all their equipment and see if there's anything else I can give them. Looks like what they got is pretty top notch though. Yeah, it's in good shape. Okay. Right, let's do this. Dasani. But okay, so now of course we got to face Coulter again, and this time she's got her other sorcerer buddy there, Zane. These two are shits. They don't have the really much redeeming qualities. You know, Tor and Evander can at least be reasoned with. These two are just big smelly butts. And but this is hard. This is a difficult fight. Probably tougher than Tor and Evander, even despite the fact that we have, you know, a bigger group with a more diverse set of skills. But you know, in terms of their sorcery, these two are really powerful. So we'll power up Dasani with the cocoon, and we'll get the others ready to go. Throw up a defense buff. Britsis' sort of self-buffing move. Yeah, that's where it's at. Oof. Ultima hurts everybody except Dasani, because Dasani's like pure. Oh, Coulter hit Britsis for 1, and it was a critical. I guess that's what you get when you hit, like, you know, somebody with a wind staff. I don't know what she was thinking. But anyway, the holy spells will just bounce off Dasani, so that's one advantage you have. You know, she's so like imbued with the holy magic that it's not gonna do shit. And if we throw out some of these dark bombs, these will rip Zane a new asshole, as you saw in the other fight. Well, I used a lot of them that time, so I only have a couple now, so we're going on pretty quick. Oof, boy, we cleaned our clocks just now. Alright, so we better take steps to address this. You know, one weakness with Dasani is that she doesn't have she's got holy magic, but she doesn't have any curing. She's almost purely offensive. And Ivory's got a good curing spell, but she doesn't have resurrection thing either. So we have to rely on items to bring back characters as they fall down. Oh, man. Oof, we were really taking on the chin. Okay. Oof. I wonder if I should just drop one of the... let's have a look. should I do? Call in and tell me. You know, fuck it, I'm just drop the potion of Titans. I still got like 8 of them. You know, and usually you get them after a big fight like this, so should be able to make it back. Only so many fights left in this, really. So many tough ones, anyway. This will probably be... Well, I don't know. I mean, right now I'm having more trouble with this than I did on Ariel and the 2 demons. But that one has a more concrete strategy. This one, not really as much. You just gotta try and capitalize on Zane's weakness and just make sure that, you know, you're healed often, because these attacks will just rip you. And Coulter is especially tough because all of her magic resistance is so damn strong. You know, no matter what element you're doing. And that makes it really tough to do damage. So you might as well just, you know, do physical attacks. That seems, against her, that seems to do a lot more good. But man, you know, they're just keeping our hit points down like crazy. Okay. And you know, they seem to be immune from a lot of status effects, because that corrosive dust is supposed to poison them, but we're not seeing that. Alright, so in Dasani, it's kind of hard to come up with the ideal, you know, move to use against Coulter. I mean, if we were fighting a group of just random thugs, I mean, Dasani can tear them apart, but this is it's different. These two are really tough. So I think what I'm going to do with Britzis anyway, I'm going to keep buffing him, and then he'll start going to like pure attack to get Coulter out of the way, because that's really the only effective way to deal with her. And for the others, I don't know. Shriekra's got a nice variety. Ivory's got some more buffs I could use if I ever get a friggin' moment to breathe here. For now, I've had to just keep her curing like non-stop. All these friggin' orbs. None of them are that viable. Now they use up the dark ones. Oof. Jeez, lay off of me. Oh my god, look at that. We're all about to fucking drop. I'd say it's about time for another one of these Titan potions. Let's do it. Let's go all in. Now I know we're getting healed, I can have Ivory step outside the box for a second and use some of her, because she's got some good offensive spells too. It's just we've been like restricted to curing from her because, you know, we're taking damage so fast. Oof, darkness. Yeah, dark magic. Oof, that will really roast Dasani if she gets hit by it. Okay, come on, they gotta be. One of them's gotta be going down soon. Man, look at all those like huge magic spells, only doing like 100 damage to Coulter. She is nasty. Oh man, she's almost out of magic. Blark. Venture here. No. That does pretty good damage though. Oh, there we go. Thank God. Alright, so we got him out of the way. We should be able to deal with her without too much trouble now. Okay. Okay, probably need any more Titan potions. Thankfully, I went to like 3. So let's, yeah. Sagittarius is a pretty good speed buff, but didn't really have much room to use it before, but now we're gonna just get nice, fast, and strong from our buffs, and then start kicking some butt with just straight up attacks. Yeah, see, I mean, that's pretty good. That's better than most of the spells I've been doing. Oh, brother. Boy, she's not going down easy, I'll tell you that. She knocked Dasani out with that Typhoon. Okay, so we need an Angel Tear for her. And when she cries, we can put her down. Level up. Okay. Yeah, no, Britzis just beat the crap out of her. Yeah, there we go. He got to strike the last blow. I'm sure he'll be happy about that. So what happens now is almost the opposite of what happened with the other group. Coulter is defiant and just kills that guy just for no reason to be a bitch. But you shouldn't have done that, because Dasani just pretty much disintegrated her with holy magic. And now Shriekra's tossed the corrosive dust right into that dude's face. He's nothing but a pile of bones. So they both just had very gruesome deaths right now. You see, you should have just decided to play nice like Tor and Evander, and you might have lived to see another day. But now we're done with the fights out here, and it's time to go back inside the fort, and we'll do the second part of this dungeon next time. Peace.